The sum of three consecutive integers is 153. The largest of these three integers is. So we have x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 153. So that means 3x plus 3 is equal to 153. So 3x is 150, and therefore x is equal to 50. Now the largest, therefore, if this is x, this is 51, this is 52. The largest of those three is obviously 52. So number 9, the answer is A. A class of 30 students recently wrote a test. If 20 students scored 80, 8 students scored 90, and 2 students scored 100, then the class average on this test was. All right, 20 times 80 plus 8 students times 90 plus 2 students times 100, all divided by the number of students, which is 30. So do this math. 1600 plus 720 plus 200 all over 30. And if you do that, you will get 84 exactly. So number 10, the answer is B. The Gauss family has 3 boys aged 7, a girl aged 14, and a boy aged 15. What is the mean of the ages of the children? Please pay close attention that there's 3 boys aged 7. So we've got 7, 7, 7, 14, and 15. Those are the ages of 5 children. So you have to add them and divide by 5. And if you do, you will get 50 over 5, and that is equal to 10. So number 8, the answer is E. The average of 5 numbers, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is. Well, you add them, and then you would divide by the number of numbers, which is 5. So the numerator here is 50 divided by 5, and that is, of course, 10. So number 1, the answer is E. Which number from this set must be removed so that the average of the remaining numbers is 6.1? Okay, well, first and foremost, let's figure out what is the average of those numbers. It's all the way to 11, and we're dividing by 11. So 11 times 12 divided by 2. Remember that formula, n times n plus 1 over 2. That's the sum of the consecutive numbers from 1 to n, all divided by 11, and this is 6. So the average of these numbers is 6. What they're saying is that you have to take out one number, take the average of the remaining numbers, and that average will be 6.1. Okay, well, the total sum of 1 to 11 is 11 times 12 divided by 2. We're going to take out some number and then divide by 10, because it now will be only 10 numbers, since one of these 11 numbers is going to be taken out, and that average is 6.1. So this is our equation. This becomes 66 minus x is equal to 61, and therefore x is equal to 5. So 5 is the number that you have to take out to meet the conditions of the question. So number 8, the answer is 5. 3 cubes have edges of lengths 4, 5, and 6. The average of their volumes is. Well, if a cube has a side length of s, its volume is equal to s cubed. So they give you the edges of these 3 cubes. So the average of their volumes, well, the first volume would be 6 to the power 3, this guy. Then the next one would be 5 to the power 3 for that cube. And the last cube would be 4 to the power 3, which is that cube. And then to find their average, you add them and divide by the number of cubes in this case, which is 3. So 6 to the power of 3 is 216. 5 to the power of 3 is 125. And 4 to the power of 3 is 64, all divided by 3. And that would be, if you do the math, 135. So number 5, the answer is E. When 3 consecutive integers are added, the total is 27. When the same 3 integers are multiplied, the result is. So I'll let my integers be x, x plus 1, and x plus 2, because there are 3 consecutive integers, and they are equal when added to 27. So this equation leads me to 3x plus 3 is equal to 27, and therefore 3x is equal to 24, x is equal to 8. So my integers basically are 8, 9, and 10. Then they're saying you take the same 3 integers and multiply them. So they're saying you get 8 times 9 times 10. And what is that? Well, 8 times 9 is 72. 72 times 10 is 720. So number 6, the answer is C. The area of 3 squares are 16, 49, and 169. What is the average of their side lengths? So the areas are 16, 49, and 169. Now, the side length of a square multiplied by itself gives the area, right? So for example, if the side length is x, you get the area by getting x squared. So for the first one, x squared is 16, so that means x is 4 in terms of the side length s, or x, whatever term you want, whatever variable you want to use. So in a very similar way, the other squares will have side lengths of 7 and 13. Are you just going to take the square root? So these are the side lengths. And they want you to find the average of these 3 lengths. So 4 plus 7 plus 13 divided by 3. And that's 24 divided by 3. And that is equal to 8. So number 8, the answer is 8. And that would mean that is choice A. An empty truck weighs 9,600 kilograms. When the truck is loaded with 40 identical crates, the weight is 38,000. The weight of each crate is. The first thing we need to do in this question is figure out just the weight of the crates. So that would be 38,000 minus 9,600. And that is 28,400. So this is just the weight of the crates. And then what you do is you take the 28,400 and divide it by the number of crates, which is 40. And if you do, you get 710. 4, therefore, is E. Barry has 3 sisters. The average age of the 3 sisters is 27. The average age of Barry and his 3 sisters is 28. What is Barry's age? We have Barry, and we have sister 1, sister 2, and sister 3. So first, they told me the average age of the 3 sisters, sister 1, sister 2, plus sister 3, is 27. So that means the sum S1 plus S2 plus S3 is 3 times 27. And then they tell me that the average age of all 4 siblings combined, B plus S1 plus S2 plus S3 divided by 4, that average is 28. Okay, so B plus this right here, that sum we just figured out was 3 times 27. And then we can cross multiply that 4 times 28. So B is basically 4 times 28 minus 3 times 27. And that's going to be, let's see here, 112 minus 81. And that is equal to 31. So Barry is 31 years old. Number 10, the answer is E.